영웅우리는 재밌어.
Welcome back to Proo-fessors, your go-to channel for the smartest lists in entertainment. With Squid Game Season 3 dropping tomorrow, we're breaking down 10 crucial things you need to remember before diving in.
영웅우리
From secret betrayals to shocking twists and hidden motives, this recap will save you a full rewatch and maybe even give you an edge when the games begin again. Let's jump into the chaos.
Where's
The
host?
VIPs.
Unfortunately, some urgent business has prevented him from attending.
Seriously? I find it hard to believe the host would miss a
You might not remember the VIPs, as it has been a good couple of years since we last seen them. They appeared at the end of Season 1 as a couple of elites who watch and bet on the games for their own entertainment. It is important to remember that the VIPs only appeared for the last 2 games, and that seemed to be the case here as well.
Just tell us about the next game. How long you gonna string us along like that?
As it is confirmed that the VIPs are returning for Season 3, and there are some brief shots from the Season 3 trailer showing the VIPs around a table having some sort of appetizers. We just hopefully think that the acting is a bit better.
I don't want to have to keep calling you back.
Sit down. Here.
The post-credit scene? Season 2 left us with a tantalizing post-credit scene, which has drawn significant attention since its release in December. It shows Xinhi, the famous red light, green light doll, standing opposite a new boy doll. This newcomer is Cholu, which is also inspired from South Korean school books like Xinhi. According to the trailers, it seems like the dolls will be involved in some sort of a jump rope game, failure at which will send players flying to their deaths. And the red and green lights from the post-credit scenes also indicate some type of starting and stopping element, but how that comes into play remains to be seen. X's versus O's. It's hard to forget the violent rebellion that ends Season 2 with Gi-hun instigating a failed uprising against the guards, and on a grander scale, the Squid Game at large. However, this plot overshadows the conflict between the X's and O's. Last we saw them, the O's were attacking the X's in the dead of night, hoping to murder the players who wish to leave and dwindle the numbers even further. It'll be interesting to see how, or even if, these tensions carry over into Season 3. How will the O's react to the failed uprising? How will the X's react to the Midnight Massacre? Will they learn to work together, or is the divide too great to be mended?
Jun Hee is pregnant.
It looks like moving forward, the most important character would be Jun Hee. And for those who don't remember, Jun Hee is pregnant. She and Gi were in a relationship before she broke up with him, following a failed investment, or should we say, getting scammed. However, the breakup came in after she got pregnant with Gi's child, and now both of them in the game together. Showrunners have claimed that Jun Hee's child will play a very important role in Season 3, so that child is coming out one way or another, but seems unlikely that both parents would be around for this child. No Yul is sabotaging the organ ring. One of the most interesting things about Season 2 was the plot around Noyul, who is serving as one of the guards. Not only does it humanize the faceless enforcers, but also provide viewers with a better perspective into their daily lives. But what's most important to remember is that Noyul is actively sabotaging the underground organ harvesting ring. The plan of the ring is to shoot the players in a non-fatal manner so that they can be harvested of their organs. But Noyul is shooting and killing the marked players, which has led to, let's say, disagreements between her and her co-workers. Noyul shot Gong Suk. Gong Suk works with No-ul at an amusement park, and he has a sick daughter who is dying of blood cancer. So he enters the game hoping he might be able to earn some money for her treatment, but he ultimately takes part in the rebellion led by Gi-hun. And when the rebellion is crushed, he gets shot by a guard who is presumed to be No-ul. The fate of Gong Suk would be the biggest questions of Season 3, as many fans theorize that No-ul shot him in a non-fatal manner. And we all know the golden rule of TV: no one's dead until you see their dead body.
제발 살려주세요. 제 딸이 많이 아픕니다.
Dejo had an important job to uphold, but a combat stress gets in his way of fulfillment. Dejo takes part in the uprising, and it seems he will be a valuable member for the team, given his experience as a Marine. However, he quickly folds to the pressure and does poorly in combat. He later volunteers for getting more ammo from the dormitory, but suffers a combat stress reaction and fails to return, resulting in the failure of the uprising. No doubt this will play a role in Season 3. Will the players be sympathetic to Dejo, or will they blame him and see him as a coward? We just can't wait to see. Gammaja has a hidden knife.
With all these strangers. Look.
During a late-night talk with her son, Gammaja reveals that she has a small knife hidden inside her hairpin. It's unclear that the guards missed that or simply allow her to keep it, but that's not the point. The point is that knife was never seen in Season 2, so it can be theorized that it will play a key role in Season 3 and probably an important one. We just can't wait to see whose body that knife would end up in.
선생님이 여기 우리를 구하러 오셨다는 것 저는 지금도 믿어요.
Inho won the Squid Games. Some people might not remember this, as it goes back to Season 1, but Inho is not just a frontman, he's also a past winner of the games. When Inho shares his story with Gi-hun, and we have no reason to disbelieve it, basically, his pregnant wife had liver disease and needed a transplant so she and the baby could live. So Inho entered and won the game. But his wife died before he could use the money to pay for the operation. However, we still have no clue why Inho returned to Squid Game and became the frontman. So basically, we would have to rely on Season 3 for some answers to this loose plot. The boat captain is a traitor. Jun Hee spent Season 2 on a boat looking for the Squid Game's island to no success. However, it is not his fault. If you remember, the boat, the captain is a traitor and has been sabotaging the operation the entire time. It's likely that captain was hired by Inho to find Jun Hee after he shot him off a cliff, and now the two are working together to keep the island a secret. The captain's duplicity is revealed in the finale when he is caught tampering with the drone of a mercenary, and when he gets caught, he kills and throws the man overboard. We have no doubt that Jun Hee would eventually discover the island, but how will he get the upper hand over the traitor is what we can't wait to be surprised for. And there you have it. 10 game-changing details you must remember before watching Squid Game Season 3. If even half of these threads get pulled, we're in for one twisted ride. Let us know in the comments which storyline you think will explode this season. And hey, if you survived this list, you've already beaten the first round. Subscribe to Proo-fessors for more sharp breakdowns, wild theories, and the top 10s you didn't know you needed.